Hey everyone, good night. So it's Adventures with Brenda. As Lindsay says, you never know. Um, I think it's like 10 o'clock at night. And I just came back from Meredith, and you never know, ever with me. And I have a couple of bad influences in my life. My boss is one of them. He has taught me that if I see it, then if I see it, I want it, and I've got to have it, then I go and get it. So this is one of those cases. As all of you know, I have camp, homestead, whatever you want to call it, the next town over, and it's just absolutely beautiful. But one of the things that we don't have is a good setup for my food. So it's been something I've been thinking about. Am I going to create a cabinet or something to store my food in, or what are we gonna do? If I bring ice, it melts in like 4 hours, and you can leave cream out in the sun for 2 days and nothing happens. That's how many preservatives are in cream. I have a lot of powdered stuff, but there's still stuff. There's milk, and there's lots of stuff that I'd love to have. So it was kind of an afterthought, whatever. You know how Facebook works in Marketplace. I'm always on Marketplace. So now I get random pop-ups from Marketplace if there's something brand new in the area. So there's this thing, and that's what I'm going to say, is the ugliest thing you've ever seen in your life. It is creepy, hideous, gross, and you're like, what are you going to do with that, Brenda? So it looks like it was originally advertised as $300. And I was like, no. But, so I said, how about 25? It's kind of, ugly. So like, well, how about 35? And I was like, yeah, all right. Can I come up tonight? So I go up there, and it's dark. I guess I have never been on the backside of Winnisquam. It's been years since I've been to Winnisquam, except for over the Mosquito Bridge. So I'm like, and the woman comes out with her husband, and she's like, cautious, whatever. Like, what is this girl doing at 9 o'clock at night by herself in a pickup truck picking up an icebox? 10 minutes later, she goes, you're not scared, are you? I'm like, scared? She goes, yeah, like, to come out here and people you don't know and pick up something. And I'm not scared of anything. And that's the most amazing thing. So, with the COVID virus, and oh my God, that was scary. And if in the beginning of the COVID virus, I wouldn't go anywhere. And spiders are scary. And sumac, God, I've gone into anaphylaxis so many times just by touching a stupid tree. Oh God, that's scary. I can't even go hiking by myself anymore because, there's sumac trees everywhere. And I realized I had these handcuffs. Fear. It's like you let one little fear in your life, and the next fear comes in, and the next fear is like handcuffs. And then finally I was like, who am I? This is not Brenda. So since that happened, I've just been absolutely wild and free. If I see something that I really want, hey, I work 70 hours a week. I'm going to go buy it. So this here is actually tied into the whole theme that my life has seemed to take. The theme is vintage, old. So we're talking about like 1890s to 1920. 1928 seems to be my magical year. It started with a sink. Then it turned into a truck, a Model A. I can't believe I own a Model A truck. Oh my God. So if you didn't hear the news, I totally, absolutely bought a Ford 1928 Model AA dump truck. The first year they ever had a dumping dump truck ever. The thing is like almost 100 years old. And for 100 years old is absolutely gorgeous. So, just some other things. I became aware. I don't own one yet, but they made wood firing stoves that instead of bending down and getting all smoky on a campfire, it's a big, huge stove, but it even has like an oven, and you load it with wood and you cook on it. And we'll see how this project goes, but that's next. And then, of course, I signed up for woodworking, so now I'm making bookcases and stuff in school. You know, it's the crazy person that you all know. I'm just crazy, off the wall, spontaneous, free, and I sleep outside. We're going into mid-October, and tomorrow night I'll be outside under the stars. You know, it's just, I'm crazy. Adventures with Brenda, like I said. So, like I said, she was like, "Oh, aren't you scared?" I said, no, nope, not at all. She goes, "Clearly I can see that." So, what did I buy? Drum roll, please. So ugly. So, I think this project is actually going to go a lot faster than I thought. And here we go. Dun, 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 dun. My icebox. I so have a vision. Ugly, yeah. Well, apparently somebody was trying out a blue color of spray paint. Ugly. Oh God, look in there. It's like, it's a bullet casing, and I don't know what spilled in there. So, be like, okay, it's ugly. I promise you, I have a vision, and follow through after to see. I don't know how to edit the video. I guess there's probably gonna have to be a second video. But wait until you see what this baby is going to look like in just a few days. Ugly. Gross. Are we really gonna put food in that? Oh yeah, you bet. It's gonna look amazing. So go ahead, everybody, and follow with me later for part 2 of the icebox restoration, because this is what I'm going to call the video. Icebox restoration. And I'm assuming this puppy came from somewhere between 1910 and 1920. She is, it says right back here, I know it was made in like Gloucester. It's called The Success. So this was a success. And what they did was they had an ice guy, and he would drop a block of ice every week, and you would open up the ice box, put your 100-pound block of ice in, and next week he'd come back and give you another ice block. So she's old. She's really stinking old and heavy and gross and dirty. Follow part 2, and I'm actually thinking about possibly wearing something more period. I totally have that 1920s flapper girl like deep inside of me. So all of you who know me know it's there. It's 1920s girl. I would fit in so well with my fur coats and everything else. The glamour. So follow and see what happens on this icebox restoration. Bye, guys. I love you. And please follow again. Adventures with Brenda. You never know, because you don't ever know. Bye.